Hello guys. All right. So for today, we're going to work on a quick photo project. Now this photo project is to deal with mostly taking compositions of our face and breaking them up. Now I'm going to give you like 3-4 different examples. Taking compositions of our face and breaking them up. Now I'm going to give you like 3-4 different examples, but I'm going to show one today. This is the one that's most simplest, easiest one we can do. All you need is a printer at home, a photograph from your phone, and you can do multiple pictures. You don't have to just use one like I'm doing for the example. You can actually use 2 or 3 pictures. But the way we do this project, it's about how we cut up the image and incorporate it into our art piece. Now I'm doing one color photograph and then one in black and white, and then I'm going to arrange them to have kind of a fun element as I add them together. Okay, so this one is going to be pretty much glue, X-Acto blade, or scissors. Just make sure you cut as straight as you can. It makes it a lot easier for yourself. So I recommend an X-Acto blade for this project, but it can be done with scissors and a ruler. Okay, just draw it out if you're using a pair of scissors to keep the line as straight as possible. All right, and if there's any gaps or anything you're just not liking, you can draw back on top of this. This is what we would consider a multi-medium piece. So you can use acrylic paints, watercolors, Sharpies, pastels, pencils, or just straight graphite. It's up to you and on how you want to do this. All right, so let's get started. So here we go. Here's our image. Now, when we look at our image, get my cup out of the way. You can use multiple different rulers. I like clear rulers for this project. When you're doing anything with a photograph, something that you can see, you can use a straight metal ruler. Okay, so now I have one picture here that's black and white, and then it's the exact same size as my colorful picture. So just to let you see, use my school ID picture. Thought it'd be fun. So now I'm just going to come down along that ruler. Anytime I use an X-Acto blade, I cut twice before I pull to make sure it easily comes off. Then come back, always tap, line it up. Always cut twice to make sure you get off the excess. That looks good. Tap. Lay this flat. That came out so good. Okay, so now I have 2 images here, one in color, one in black and white. Okay. Now I want to keep my lines as straight as possible for this next part to help me out. So I'm gonna just take a regular pencil or pen, one that's preferably sharp. That one's sharp. Okay. So now I'm just gonna take my ruler. There's my inch ruler. And I'm going to line it up. Now I could use my chart here too. So this is about a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a quarter. So I want to go 1, 2 and 1/4 there. On this side. 1, 2 and the 1/8. There we go. Come down along the side here. just to make a mark, just to make sure. So this is 6, so 3. Now, okay, so what I'm gonna do right now, make sure these are together and they are perfectly lined up. I'm gonna lay this right down here. Okay. Now, I'm going to come over here and I was going to do a quarter on each one. So, let me see. So, it's about 2 inches. So I'm going to come over here. Just put it a little bit down for you guys to see it. So I'm going to come in here. So 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch. Okay. So I made some marks. Do the same thing over here. Quarter inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4, 1 inch. 1/4, 1/2, 3/4 inch. Okay. Come back on this one, do the same. And the reason we're doing this measurement as close as possible right now is when I take out a piece, it's going to be kind of neat when it's the same size of the last piece. Or I could really expand the image. Quarter inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. Okay. So now I got my marks down here. So I'm going to take my ruler now at this point and line it up line to line. Make it as easy as possible to see. And if it's hard to see with the line that you have, you can do it in color. Probably should have done it in color for you guys to see it. Okay, so there's one done. So now I'm going to put this in fast mode, so you don't have to sit here and watch me cut. now that I got it all cut and everything looks good, all right, so this is my right side, this is my left side. So I switch my sides carefully. Try to keep them together. So I don't get confused later. Okay, so I'm going to start with my first ones. So let's pull the second one off here. So this one's in color. This one I'm going to do in black and white. I'll take the first one. Okay, so I'm going to put the color one side by side with this one too. I'll get a reverse of this. Now I'm going to do color. And if you were to do two separate pictures, it might be fun trying to play with the arrangements. So now I'm going to go black. And it's easier if you keep it in order for yourself as you do it. But what's the interesting thing about this project is as you get going, your eye actually starts to see like the blue of my shirt. Even if it's gray, it still sees it as blue, which I always found really interesting in this project. So now, lay this down, edge of my hair there, that one. So then the last one will be in color on that side. Okay, now I started with color, so let's go with black and white on this side. The key is just try to line up the face best of your ability. This is the eye itself. And why I like this project too, it also helps you see how long portions of your face is. So if your eyes, if you always make them too small, you can kind of get a portion analysis of your pieces. And it's starting to come together. And the most important thing you want to line up more than anything is the face. Don't worry about the shirt if it gets a little bit off. When your face gets off, you really don't like it. Or I feel like my teeth are a little bit off there, so you sit there and you kind of fuss with it. So when you glue this down, or if you like that weirdness that it's giving you, keep it. So again, I end on a color note. Now, okay, looking at that, what do you think? Do you like it? It has a weird kind of feel, all right, when you look at the picture, the kind of layout. Now, if you really mess it up, see, look, watch what happens. You can really have some fun kind of playing with the shapes just by separating them a little bit and moving things around. See how wide my face gets? You can also shrink them in and play with them. You can even, if you like to weave, you could even weave in and out the pieces of paper of the face going the opposite direction. Okay? So I really want you to have some fun with this project. Take 2 pictures and cut them up. You could blow up the eyes, you can make them larger. It's your choice on how you want to do this. You can draw back into it, okay? But I want you to arrange a photograph like this, okay? This is a 1-day process. It took me 15 minutes to cut it up and arrange it. Probably take me another 15 minutes to glue it. Class is 90 minutes. The hardest part would probably be is find a picture you like to do, okay? You can just take a picture straight, all right? It doesn't have to be your own portrait either. I just chose one that was mine, okay? So on that note, if you have any questions, we'll talk about it in class. See you later.